It's the picture of these warlords who, after 9/11, imposed on Afghan people with suit and tie, and they did civil war from 92 to 96 when they were in power. Around this picture, you can see example of their brutalities during the civil war when they were in power. Yeah. And next one. In this picture also, you see that how the example of brutalities of the warlords, also these troops, that some other picture also I have that how they even make fun with the dead bodies of these Afghan troops and even urinating on the Afghan corpses. Okay, next picture. And this is also example of the brutalities of these, the warlord during civil war, how they destroyed Afghanistan. Now, under the name of reconstruction, they are receiving money from the Western governments, and they are trying to rebuild these kind of places to destroy all the sign of their brutalities and ruin that they did during the civil war. Next one. This, you see example of some women how they brutally tortured during this 12 years of occupation. This one, you see how Taliban they were beating, and another picture how the women are begging, still wearing burqa in Kabul, while Western governments are talking about women's rights in Afghanistan. This is the picture of Sahar Gul, a young girl, how brutally has been tortured by her cruel husband. Alone the story of Sahar Gul, it takes time now, is enough to know about the role of the US and NATO in Afghanistan and their puppets. Next one. You see here that even still we have jungle law in Afghanistan, that we have this symbolic court, this fundamentalist mafia court, but especially in faraway provinces, even do not bring these women to these courts. Look how they are beating women with lashes, seem like Taliban time in this picture. And it happened in Ghazni province. And there you see that how two women executed publicly, accused them to adultery, shoot it on their head in public. Yeah. Next one. And this picture you see that this is Shakila, 16-year-old girl, as I mentioned briefly in my speech. And now I'm working on this case as this victim family came to me and asking for support to raise their voice. And in the meantime, right now, these warlords who did this violence and crime that raped this girl and then killed her, they are going to, by paying bribe to this fundamentalist corrupt court, to end this case in the favor of these rapists. And now me and through help of my supporter, we are trying at least not only expose their mask, also not let them that easily or try to end it in the favor of these rapists. This big picture is the one who raped this girl. His name is Wahidi Behishti. And this three other, you see the picture of these warlords. One is brother of this rapist, and they are enjoying in the parliament, and now they are supporting this case. And as they threatened to date his father, the father of this daughter, they put in jail the brother-in-law of Shakila and accused her that he killed Shakila. And also, they are now, as they paid money to this father of the Shakila, because they are a very poor family. And now, because the warlord in power, we are trying to find a liar. Nobody, first they are afraid when the supporter mentioned my name, defense committee, that Malalai following this case, they for security, nobody ready. And secondly, that they are afraid of these warlords, these liars, that to follow this case. And it's very difficult to find liars for such kind of issues that I'm following, hundreds like these kind of cases that coming to me and asking for support and solidarity. Next. This one you see that as a tip of the iceberg, how the girl burned herself, and self-immolation is skyrocketing in Afghanistan. the story of Shakila alone enough to know about what's going on women just because of lack of time. Briefly, I told you. If you want, you can go to my Facebook to know more about this. In this, you see about rape cases in Afghanistan. 4-year-old baby, 5 years old, 7 years old, 12 years old girls. As recently, before I come here, 2 days before, another 4 years old girl in Herat province, she has been kidnapped, raped, and then the family found a dead body. Next one. Here you see that in this slide, this part of slide, you see the white phosphorus in the bottom, the cluster bomb they use in the middle, and another one, white phosphorus that they used. And in another side of picture, you see that the picture of Bibi Aisha in Time magazine, one of the mainstream, most reader magazine, that says what happens if we leave Afghanistan regarding Aisha's story that who her nose and ear cut off by these cruel warlords. And then they even misuse from the miseries of these Afghan women. As always, I was saying it was better if they changed this topic to what happens to women while they are in Afghanistan. Whenever they give report of these girls to you. Yeah, the next one. And here you see these are pictures of the small children and these girls, little girls and boys that how under the name of war on terror fighting against Taliban, they are killing them. Another picture also same. Can you go to another one? They are children, that next one. See here, and this is also civilians, next one. And you see here, in another picture, they are all children. For US government and Western governments, maybe they are terrorists, these 4, 5, or 6 years old babies. And first mainstream media not give report, then even if they give report, they shamelessly decrease the number of civilian deaths and call them insurgents, terrorists. In this picture, you see that how women, they had limited rights in 60s, 70s, and the picture black and white that how they are wearing like Western clothes, modern clothes play their role. These are magazines that they give report on that time. But now you see in Kabul, even in Kabul, the women use burqa for security reasons. And here you see that this 12 years, these so-called women rights that US is talking, and the women who are in power, at least I can give you example of Parliament of Afghanistan, 25% seats belongs to women. And most of these women are pro-warlords, pro-occupation, even fundamentalist women there. One of these women, this two, at least as example, you can see. This one, she and his brother, they both do drug trafficker. And this one is another woman, her name is Fazia Kufi. She, and right now, very famous woman in the parliament and with high-level education, very good English talking, going to the Western countries, put dust in the eyes of people, good people like you. And even she wrote a book right now. And anyway, I just wanted to tell you, don't be deceived by such kind of dolls that we have, who are puppet. Here, you see that picture, just I wanted to show you because two of my bodyguards last year, they has been injured and as they attacked these terrorists, my office in Farah province. Anyway, Defense Committee put this picture. I didn't want, this is a picture that while I was in Parliament, they beat me. Anyway, you know about me, I don't want to talk much. Can you go to the next one? Yeah, here you see that example of the violences against women, the different resource, how increased. And you can read it later just because of lack of time. I do not read for you. If you want by email, I can send you. Can you go to next page? Here you see how drug improved. Here, 2001, how much drug almost destroyed in Afghanistan. But as it was one of the main projects of CIA that they changed Afghanistan to the center of the drug and billions of dollars every year from the opium industry they are receiving. Now you see how much opium increased. As I said earlier, 90% of opium in the world produced from Afghanistan even found its way on the streets of New York and Europe. They are saying to the poor farmer, stop planting of opium, but the governor, chief district, commander, even minister is famous stragglers. Yeah. Here also, as I said in my speech, around 2 million are addicted, most of them women and children. Next page. Here, example of poverty that you see that how only this picture says to you everything, that what's going on people there. As in winter, we lose a lot of Afghans' life. And here, this report, if you want, I can send you that rich mine we have, around $3 trillion resource we have, according recent report that they are not in the good hands, the occupiers and their puppets looting. And here you see the example of the bribe that, if you want later I send you, that how system is corrupt. Corruption starts from the palace presidential office till the small office. Next page. Here you see that example of the brutalities of the Iran dictator regime, that just recently 13 Afghan that was 19 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old, sorry, not 30, 23, the oldest like 25 years old. This 13 Afghans in the border of Iran, while they are going to work hard there to financially support their family, because they don't have job and they can't have job in Afghanistan, as millions suffer now from joblessness. So they kill them, and the dead bodies will come. These families, victim families, have demonstration. There are thousands in Herat province had demonstration, but never mainstream media gave report of this kind of resistance. Another picture. Yeah, these are some books I show you briefly. Maybe you read also. Devil's Game book help you to know about the role of CIA, not only in Afghanistan, in some other country, and also these fundamentalist warlords in Taliban. Next page. Eyes for Infidel is another wonderful book, will help you to know about the reality of Afghanistan and our enemies, Afghan and foreign enemies. Can you go next page? Bleeding Afghanistan is another great book, will help you to know especially about this 12 years of occupation. Next, this is my book, you know already. Next. And these are pictures of two heroes, as I mentioned in my speech. I think finished, isn't it? Can you go? Yeah. Then you can put my email address and Facebook if you had any question. Feel free. Thank you.